Yo, Critical Role, or well, yeah, Critical Role Campaign 3, Episode 3 was insane. Literally, okay, spoilers, but literally during the part, let's just skip all the way to the tavern. When they got to the tavern to go look for, was it? It's either Dennis or Doris. I can't remember the name right now, or it's not. It's a third that I'm completely wrong, but I can't remember the name. It's a D name though. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, when they got there and they got to the door, Matt's voice kind of sounded similar at first to the gentleman, the guy who runs the gentleman in campaign 3, so or campaign 2. So I nearly lost my mind because I thought it was a returning character and it was like the crime that she was doing, or that underground crime, or the whatever smuggling shit it had to do with was him. I started connecting it just crazy because that would be such a cool bridge over, but it wasn't. So yeah, right off the bat. But like now going back to the more front of the episode, everything was chaotic, or left off chaotic, started chaotic. It was funny as shit. Imogen trying to tell like Bertrand and Imogen having their moments, and oh man, it's just everything set in so perfect. Um I think one of the main things I kind of want to talk about kind of for like a quick video, I would say, because I would rather just kind of still give that, have all of that feeling, like not talk about too much that I'm going to put into, or in the video that of me editing it all down. The most I can say, or the biggest thing I could talk about was the end. So big spoilers right now, but Bertrand. So yeah, he Travis play. I swear Matt and Travis know a bit more. I'm not. I don't know if I can't remember. Like I swear I heard something somewhere where Travis had or helped him a bit in writing this one, or not writing it but coming up with stuff. I don't really know what they have planned, but and it kind of lined up with someone else saying how Bertrand's level 5 and the rest of them are level 3. So Bertrand dies and then Travis is a level 3 character, or somehow Bertrand becomes younger, or somehow, I think that's where the werewolf thing was born too, which would be so crazy because there was the way Matt's narrating, he talked about the moon. Did he talk about the moon a couple times? There was weird mentions of the moon, but maybe they were just for more setting the scene kind of purposes. But there was some weird mentions about that kind of was like, to me, I was seeing what I wanted to see. I was moon, werewolf, werewolf, werewolf. But yeah, on my other, actually, this is something I wanted to. So actually, I don't really want to touch on it because I'm not gonna try to continuously explain what it wasn't like when it came to Dorian holding the concentration or whatever on the thing. I was applying too much of like what I actually know about meditation and focus, and kind of I was like, well, if he's over here like panicking because everyone is going like all over the fucking place and everything's chaotic, how is he holding the spell? Or whatever he was doing for Orm or something like that. I was like, how is he said like Dorian was kind of all over, like kind of like, huh, like my friends in there, they don't know what they're doing. And I was like, why? He said that towards the end of the other episode, and I was like, how is he holding the concentration on the spell though? I would imagine he'd be a bit more calm, but that's all I meant by that. I wasn't like, when I said all else, he has to pay attention to all else. I wasn't saying like pay attention to all else. I don't know. I can't remember what the comment said, and I can't remember what I'm trying to make sense of. But literally, I was just saying, if he's frantically moving, how does he have concentration on the spell? I don't know. But going back to Bertrand, yeah, that's the biggest thing I want to talk about is like I expected New Bertrand was going, because like it was just set up weird anyways. Like the way Bertrand was acting since he's met them has been that kind of cool like feeling. Like he, he's not too terribly honest, but he seems of good heart and good intentions on what he's trying to do. It almost seems like he's got a goal that's deeper than the money, the name, the everything. There's something really deeper in Bertrand's character, and I don't know him from the past things, but I know him by now of him being previously in the story. But the thing that hit me was during everything there was like a kind of like a time. It's like, okay, his mannerisms and everything that was going on were the direct acts and movements of someone who knows the future, I want to say, in a sense, or knows something's coming, or has other unnatural senses like intuition. It's like psychic senses. The reason I know is because I know a lot of you from the Critical Role don't know this about me, because you're coming in from the Critical Role stuff, but I have a video where I talk about psychic senses and intuition, and actually telling my family and them all thinking I was crazy when I predicted, like literally knew when my grandma was gonna die. And I tried to tell them and no one listened until she died, and then some of them in my family even thought I was blessed by the devil. So that's a little bit of background on me. So when he's acting like that, to me it reflects how I kind of first felt when I knew stuff was going to go down, like, and just could not explain it to anyone else. And not that he does, but I seen it in a movie too, where that person who just knows so much but cannot explain this shit, like cannot just, I just can't, like their actions, some of the things they're doing just doesn't make sense. There was actually a time traveling one where they built this time machine, and the dude that was with them was so anxious to, oh, we got to get this working, oh, we got to test it, oh, we tested it, it ended up working, and then he jumped through and he died to them, but he knew what he was doing. He was like, literally, I'll see you on the other side, and jumped through, and then blood spatters and all his guts, and it was like he was destroyed, came back, and he was older. I forgot what the name of the thing was, but they tested the body, or like the blood that was there, and it was like older. It was like from a 40 or 30-year-old dude, but the guy who jumped in wasn't that old. So that little thing out the way is what I mean, is like, it almost seems like Bertrand knew something was coming by how he was drinking, because that guy in the time machine show, or whatever, or time machine movie, whatever that was, he did the same thing. When they went to dinner, they all went out to dinner. They were in a tavern. He was drinking and eating, and it got him, he was kind of like becoming a little bit increasingly awkward to his friends, his peers, but ultimately they didn't pick anything up. Now I don't know, maybe literally Travis it happened like this. Travis just ended up walking into this, but it seemed a bit more set up. But I can't tell. But just going off of all the prior knowledge I have, it really seemed like Bertrand knew something deeper, because he kept drinking and kept downing drinks. And Dorian even tried to, did Dorian try to stop him? Oh, I can't remember. But Bertrand just kept drinking. And then I was like, nice. Then he was like, I'm gonna go. I gotta go look for the thing, which was kind of a really sweet moment. I felt like, where he was kind of being honest, probably because of the alcohol, where he was like, I gotta go look in the that kind of hit me a little bit. I gotta go look for wherever that place is that, I'm gonna keep saying the name wrong. It's either Imogen or Imogen. I think I said I would call her Imo. I'll just call her Imo or Emo or Imo. I call her Imo. Well, Imo, he was like, I gotta go look for the place or she'll know I'm lying. And that hit, because like they couldn't react because they weren't there. But then he went out looking for it and came across the figure, which in my video, I mentioned the Ashton thing. I don't know why he wouldn't sit in the door. I would have ran for the doorway or the like that it was either the balcony or the doorway. Like yeah, when Laudna was talking about, hey, we should come up with tactics for our like formation because that kind of was asked immediately. First thing for me, because like I don't know if I can necessarily consider myself as a tactician, but if I think about games I played, I'm really the person to always try to set shit up. So I would have immediately scanned the room and would have known, okay, if he sees, 8 of us barge in here and we start fucking shit up, which is gonna go down, they're gonna try to him, the main one, is gonna try to flee. Not his little ads that he spawns. They're not gonna really. They're just there to do his bidding. So like we should cover the exits. And when Ashton dashed over like behind him so he couldn't get away, he was like, oh, you fucker, like I'm not gonna let you get away, and kind of slammed into the wall and hit him, and he was between Orm and Ashton. I was like, yes, stay there. But when he spawned the ads, Ashton ran out, or well, Taliesin made the choice to run out, and I was like, no, because of the fog. But I was like, still, that's he could have stepped out like in the doorway. I don't think the dark abyss was over. Yeah, because actually from memory, and I can go back in my footage, I'm pretty sure the fog ended at that doorway, and I'm pretty sure the balcony was there was 2 balconies, and one of the balconies was through the doorway, and that's what I instantly thought in my mind. Nice, he ran over there and hit him. If he stays or needs to back up from the shadow shade creepers that popped up, back up into the doorway, because if you back up and go through, they either have to approach you in a straight line, or they gotta do something where he'd be at an advantage. I don't know the whole moving thing. I don't know if the guy was facing Orm, or he'd probably swing around, get an advantage to strike on Ashton, but he moved and let him get away, and then that little mistake came back to bite them, and dude killed Bertrand. We don't know he killed him, but it's a cliffhanger. So that is where I'm at. This shit is insane. So I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to think of more stuff to say, and it's just like, this shit's insane. I can't wait to release my video. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have. And you've learned a little bit more about me, but that's kind of where my prior knowledge came for how Bertrand was acting. It's almost like he either knew his time was coming really soon, for how he's just blowing all that, like just got drunk, started throwing the money, or well, he didn't. I don't think Bat like actually said he threw most of what they got, or like what his share was, but at the same time, or it could literally just be his personality, and it goes back to just like, everything is actually a little bit random, but it seemed like Matt and Travis did this a little bit smooth, are making this beginning run a little bit smooth, because I think someone told me, and it was something I picked up on my own, that the DM obviously is going to have certain events that make the story run smooth, so they don't get either too off track or bring them into, like, he's gonna like make the encounters and stuff still like around it, like, or I feel like, I guess a good DM would do that, where you would have certain, like, get them in a certain direction, or like have places set up where okay, if they get here, this is what we're gonna do. If they get here, this is what I'm gonna do. So like for this, it seems like Travis and him definitely came up with something to either kill off Bertrand, but who knows? Could be reading too much into it. Literally, it could just be like Travis literally was just like, I'm gonna go strolling in the street, and then ran into the guy that they didn't kill, and then damn, character dead already. But this seems too set up. So all right. Well, that's my little thing on camp episode 3. That shit is fucking crazy. I'm enjoying it, and hope you guys are still enjoying my reactions to the stuff. I'm still watching it on stream, and I mentioned this since this will be out before the thing, that my episode watch review like I say in the beginning of that one, when I'm on stream watching it, I'm doing the whole 20-minute rule, I guess I'm calling it, where I watch it and then the rest will be muted. So I seen someone come in the stream. I don't know if they miss on, like, you know, they said they would watch my VOD back to like catch up, but like I can't unmute the audio, or it'd be like I'm basically just re-uploading their entire thing. So I have it muted, but if you still want to like watch, maybe follow along, I'm gonna try to do it where here I'll show the point I'm at in the beginning of the VOD, and then like you could watch from there and like have me kind of beside that. It's totally up to you though. I don't know if that'd be interesting to you, but I'm having a blast watching this. And again, just thank you for all of you guys coming over from Critical Role. That's just D&D in general, and all this is fucking cool. And I'm getting around to making my character pretty soon. I'm gonna make my character, so yeah. And yeah, that's it. See y'all on the next